I have a basic routine. I've got three kids and quite a busy life, so I found that I have to get up at 6 if I want to get books completed on time. So I get up at 6. My husband hands me a coffee and a laptop, and I start work before I've even really opened my eyes. And I work till about 7:30, and that means that I've always, no matter what else happens in the day, done 500 words. And then if I'm lucky, I get a whole day at the office, in which case I might do another couple of thousand. But most days something else takes up my time, and I'm left scrabbling around. It's never easy to book time. I mean, most writers I know, their biggest complaint is not finding enough time, and that's why you do the 6 o'clock starts. I'm trying to end a work at the moment, actually, and I'm failing, so I keep going back and back over it, reworking it. I think it depends on the book. I've had some books that have literally come like a lightning rod straight through here and out through the fingers, and they've been joyous. I've had two of those in 11 books. The rest of them are frankly like pulling teeth, and you never know which one you're going to get until you start. On a good day, there is nothing like it. I have a little office that I rent in the town near where I live, because I live on quite a remote farm, and if I stay there all the time, I go a bit crazy. And there is never a morning that I don't walk up the stairs to that office where I'm not filled with kind of a strange residual excitement at the thought that I don't know what's going to happen. You get to be God. You get to kill people, bring them to life, make them fall in love. It's just great when it works well. When it doesn't go well, it's I think I'm probably not great to live with. I think you might have to ask my husband that question. It's like it hangs over you all the time, your inability to write. Yeah, it's like a big grey cloud hanging over your head. I think the thing that gets me every time is the importance of character. And sometimes you will start a book and you think you know your characters, and then you realise a third of the way through that you don't. And what happens as a result is that they don't bounce off each other in the way that you'd expected. And what I've learned over the years is to be ruthless and actually strip out either. I once deleted 70,000 words of a book because I just knew that I couldn't make these characters work in the way that I wanted. And when it does come right, I mean, Me Before You, the book that got picked for World Book Night, the notable thing about that book for me was that I knew the characters before I started. I could see them so clearly that writing the book was really just a matter of putting these two people into various situations and seeing what happened. And they were consistent and they were believable, and I knew that it would work, and I could sit them here now and I know exactly how they would respond to your questions. And yet you write other books, and there's a thing that I often use, the kick the dog test, where you ask yourself, what would your character do if they were walking down a street and saw somebody kicking a dog? And it's a remarkably good indicator of character. And quite often I'll ask myself that, and I'm not clear on what the character would do. I know other people have other things. Somebody I know has the fridge test. If your character went downstairs to open a fridge in the middle of the night, what would that be like? Would they be naked? Would they be wolfing the food down? Would they have anything in the fridge? All these things tell you about the character, and sometimes you can plot and plan and think and you just don't. And other times they're 3D from the start. There's two, actually. There's Kate Atkinson's Behind the Scenes at the Museum. That was the first book that made me think I wanted to write my own. It has such a clear voice, and it goes off in so many unexpected directions, while having at its heart a plot that you don't realise is there till it comes to a close, and you realise she's been playing with you the whole time. And that just inspires me every time. The voices, the characters. What else do I like? I love Nora Ephron's Heartburn. If I'm just writing about the female experience, it's kind of raw and honest and funny, and it shows a way of translating the human experience onto the page without it being kind of drear and gloomy, and it's a very funny book. So yeah, those are probably the books I return to more often than others. Oh, that and National Velvet. That's my comfort read.